What's up, guys? It's Berg here, back with another League of Legends gameplay commentary, and today we're going to be playing Lee Sin. So let's take a look at the teams. So I've got a Nasus top, Orianna mid, Twitch, Thresh bot lane. For the most part, our bot and mid are pretty standard picks, effective in most metas, or effective in this meta. Orianna's effective in most metas. Nasus is an oddball pick, but generally if you see a Nasus pick, it's usually somebody that plays the champion a lot, so it's nothing to worry about. I picked Lee Sin because between him and Elise, they're two of the strongest junglers in the meta currently. And he's the only one of the only junglers that are good right now that can match Elise's early pressure. Talk about the enemy team for a second, where they're running a Draven Karma bot lane, which theoretically should beat Twitch Thresh pretty handedly. As long as they dodge hooks and don't get engaged on too hard by the Thresh, they outpoke, and Draven beats Twitch in a straight up fight. Ori is, I think, a skill matchup. I'm not 100% sure. It tends to be go to whoever gets it jungler influence first. Nunu is a supportive jungler, so he doesn't have the greatest early pressure, but he'll become very tanky, and his objective control is very strong, as you'll see later in the game. And then Tryndamere top, he just wants to split push. He'll scale up, beat up on the Nasus for a while. Nasus probably holds out in the early levels, and then he'll start to fall off round 6. So here I'm starting red, pretty standard start. I don't like Raptor start on Lee, even though it's a standard start for many junglers. Just because you have to start W, and it's still pretty slow clear compared to like Graves. Karma was pretty smart throughout the game. I think she made some pretty key misplays, but she did some smart things like harassing me off this red a little bit, which I had to be very careful with because I could have easily lost it. What she lost here was some slight XP loss, so she'll be a little bit behind for level 2. They get a good trade. Thresh gets aggressive. I go from red to wolves, and I'm going to go to blue after. Now, what my plan here is to focus entirely on mid and bot, chiefly mid first. I would have done this either way, I think. Well, I might have gone for an early top lane gank if the opportunity was there, but my top laner explicitly told me he didn't want ganks, so I should focus at the lanes. So I took him at his word, and I'm planning on doing just that. So after, with the exception of the blue buff secures and giving it over my mid laner in the rest of the game, I'm going to be living in my bot side to his right side jungle there. This is actually, I actually had no idea that she had a ward there. That's actually very, very good ward placement from her, because I basically never gank via this bush anymore, or actually this bush either, unless there's a pink ward in there, because most people would just know to ward it already. But so you can very easily skirt the vision if there's a ward in the bush here. Just easily skirt right here and go right through this edge, and you'll get around it. Same here. Very, very, you have to be right up against the wall. But I actually crossed this ward, but she completely neglects to respond. Just poor map awareness right here. So we immediately go for the gank. I ward hop, eat a slow, land the Q. I red buff, I flash to follow up because she's burned her flash and she's dead. Let's see. Actually, I don't. What's my Q cooldown there? I know I wanted to go for the Nunu there, but I don't. Let's see. 2, 1. Yeah, cooldown was just off. Or I could have possibly gotten a double kill, maybe traded my life for it. Yeah, I probably would have traded my life for it, but it would have been worth, I think. I go to Raptors. Generally, you need to be careful doing it with Lee Sin, but I have my smite up, so I'll get a lot of health back. Even still, without a team mat, you're going to lose quite a lot of health for it, but it's important to be able to clear Raptors either way because of the general experience gain. Too valuable. So mid's in a really good spot. No sums burned. I burned mine to secure the kill. Bot lane's pushed up. Let me see. Hang on, what was my health at before this camp, actually? 300 HP. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little low to go for the gank, so I go for this. Actually, no, this is a bad play for me. Well, it's kind of bad. I try and greed for another camp when I need a back. But I realize I can't take the Krug, so I waste a little bit of my own time. And I back. Nunu's been full clearing, pretty normal. He's a little bit behind me in tempo. Actually, he gains tempo because I fucked up my Krug clear, but he's backed, so he lost a little tempo going back that early, but he was his health was too low, so he needed to. Pretty normal stuff for him. Nasa's farming out. Ironically, the guy that explicitly said he does not want a single gank, the second he starts getting dove, he gets dove like twice, he immediately starts asking for ganks. But yeah, I don't waste my time top. No point. So they call for assistance. I'm doing Krugs. I'm a little greedy trying to finish these fast. I should have probably just pulled off and went immediately. But it's pretty fast, so it's not too bad. They're pushing it really hard. And Thresh is going to call me in. Draven has no flash, so it's easy pickup. I Ward Hop, just try and keep up, but I don't have red buff, so I can't slow her particularly. My E's not up. Probably just came up. I don't feel like I need to look. Oriana's greeted for her back, so she's a little on an item deficiency. Item deficit, I don't know, something like that. I'm missing a word, but just keeping up with CS. I'm looking for another gank mid now because Ahri still has no flash. And Oriana pings that she has gotten 6. She gets it before the Ahri, so I go in, land the Q, and she's dead. She pings that she wants to push it, she wants to back and get her gold. Want to deny Ahri as much of this wave as possible. It's a really big wave she's going to be missing. She's not running teleport. There's no chance she's catching it. Tryndamere has an odd roam down. Nasus is not pushing. He's just farming for stacks. Only at 75. I guess it's... I actually don't know the Nasus stack rate. I haven't played Nasus in so long. Not sure if that's bad or good. They're fighting bot. Twitch gets the kill. Immediately stealths through bush. And then they clean up the Draven as well. So my pressure bot gave them a lot. Nunu, see he has no flash from gank earlier, so nothing he can do there. Actually, did he burn it? I think he burned flash in the his gank top. And look at it. So I decide to get my Tracker's Knife plus Longsword because I want my wards for mobility. I don't need boots. Longsword gives me damage. There's a lot of arguments for whether you want to just, if you're competent, you can hit your Q and don't need a ward hop very much. You can go for like a Caulfields early, but I'm not a mastermind behind my Q accuracy, so I go for the Tracker's Knife. But I have enough gold now. I've gotten 2 kills and assists, so I have enough for Warrior. Very, very strong at the moment. I'm very ahead on my power spike. Actually, this is my power spike. I've gotten it much earlier than usual. Nunu is he's sitting on Tracker's Knife, Ruby Crystal, Boots of Speed. I think the Tracker's Knife pickup is a mistake for Nunu because, well, Tracker's Knife is really only good on very certain champions. I think I've learned that it's okay because it allows you to get oracles. Lee, you need it for ward hops, but for like Nunu, his only damage early is auto attacks in his E, so you can get Red Smite to actually do significant damage. I kick, you follow, he's dead. Do that again, actually. Thresh knows to throw the lantern and then go for the play. He has flash. He doesn't need to use it, so I ward hop in and get the kick. Kick up against the wall, easy Q follow up. I'll wait for him to flash and then clean up the kill. Oriana's in a very good spot mid. She's gotten double Dorons plus Lost Scepter, so she's swimming in mana. And Ari's gone for a curious triple Dorons 5 because they're efficient items and she's behind, so it's about the only thing keeping her alive, but it's going to set her really far behind on items. Fortunately, they dove Nasus twice now. At least once. I don't know if he just died to a gank the first time. I didn't watch. So they get an early tower. It's pretty bad. Gold's pretty even as a result, but most of their gold's on the Tryndamere, and basically their bot lane and mid are very behind. Should be ahead of the Nunu. Oriana's level up. Yeah, about a full level up. That's really brutal for the Ahri. She calls me over. I'm looking for it. But Nunu's here. No point making the play. I don't have flash either. When did I burn my flash? Okay. Oh, this. I didn't see this. I forgot about it. So here, Karma's roaming. She's level 5, chunks slightly. She has a flash up. She greets for this ward without any vision over here. I land the Q because it's perfect range. I flash. The flash is unnecessary. Looks like my red buff kills her. So I wasted my flash essentially. I'm just clearing. Looking bot again. This is where we actually force something a little too hard and goes wrong. So I'm looking for the counter gank. Actually, is this the one that goes wrong? Yeah, I think it's the one that goes wrong. So I kick. I could have gotten a better angle, I think. Actually, no, this isn't the one that goes wrong. It was actually a success for us for the most part. We trade 2 sums, 3 actually, but I stopped the gank from going through. Or he calls me, they're warring over a red troll wards. I know I can W to her and maybe land a Q. She's going a little too fast, so I can't W to her. It takes me a little bit too long. I'll pull back. I ping Dragon, because Ocean Drake's, my bot lane's in very close. We clear it very fast with Twitch there, and it'll give us good sustain. Particularly, it helps the Nasus survive against the Tryndamere. As long as Nasus doesn't go for an all-in, he can sustain through short trades, which he already could, but... Which is actually a full 2 levels up on the Draven. That's amazing. Looks like he wants to go for the all-in. He tries. He's not doing that much damage, actually. Wow. Where was Twitch's damage? Jesus. He just got soloed by a level 5 Draven while he's 2 levels up. He had an item advantage. For the most part. Maybe he was short of buy. Could have bought, probably. I go to my bot side because there's nothing clear bot. Essentially, I don't really care about Krugs right now. I had to basically just take my wolves and rotate back bot. I'm going to stay in that area. They've gotten in my jungle slightly to throw down some wards. Pressuring bot tower because of the Twitch death. Oriana's our biggest lead right now. She's very strong. Both mid laners haven't backed for items in a while. This is where the force gank goes wrong because Nunu comes down to counter gank me this time. I can't land the Q. Karma has ignite, so I get out, I believe. Yeah. Karma gets both kills, which is bad for them, but they still get 2 kills, so it's not really that bad. At this point, I can see that we've made some blunders that's letting them come back into the game. Even though the gold's been pretty even, it feels like we've been ahead for a really long time because all of their gold lead was in top lane. But now Draven and Karma getting a little gold back. Nunu's very, very tanky. Into Tabai, Cinderolk, very good. Karma's actually just really, very annoying, living in my jungle, basically. Which is good for her. That's good support play, because she doesn't die at any point. I trade a little bit. I didn't really need to trade the damage because it's not even, but I get out. It's fine. I think I look for... I'm looking top, because I think Orianna wanted to go there. But it's a little bit odd. A little bit of a dangerous gank to try and pull off. Got a pink ward sitting on my Gromp, so I stopped clear because he already knows he's out. No chance of me catching up. Flash isn't up. You know, theoretically I could ward hop Flash Q, but he probably, if he's smart, he just, you know, ease out and he's safe, so. These two are still not backed for items. Orianna should have a very powerful spike when she comes back. I immediately want to hand off this blue buff. I think I've had one stolen already, but I'm going to give it to Orianna because she's very strong. I'm still very ahead, but I don't scale well. So I'm looking to finish my Black Cleaver just to deal with the Nunu. If I ever have to trade autos, I want to be able to cleave his armor for my team. And I also, he'll give me HP, a little bit of damage in case I land on the Draven, as well as CDR, which is very, very important. The CDR might be the most important part of Black Cleaver, actually. But otherwise, I'm going to be going tank for the most part. So it'll be Black Cleaver into, like, I think I go Merc Treads, Dead Man's Plate, probably. They clear the wave. Even though Twitch is 3 kills up on the Draven, they're at 1 item power spike currently, so there's not much of a gold lead for our team, actually, in that department. He's gotten back all of his experience loss. Experience deficit. Thresh is slightly up on the Karma because Karma's roamed a little too much. Trinimer's in a very strong spot. He has a static shiv and he's working on his orc. So, squishies need to be careful, especially Orianna. They're huddling around mid, but Ahri's bot. Orianna's actually, in terms of items, she's only slightly up on the Ahri. Okay, what happened here? Orianna completely misses her ultimate. I kick Trinimer back into the tower, but I unfortunately die. Trinimer gets cleaned up here. Twitch is here. He should be able to clean up the Karma. But Orianna walks in and kills herself. So it's a 2-for-2 trade. Not worth for us. We could have gotten out with a 1-for-2 right there. Orianna didn't. She had flash up. She could have lived. I think she did. Let me check that again. I just came up. Nah, she had it. Ahri's very slow to rotate. And Nasus stayed top. He had no teleport, but he wanted to stay top getting stacks. He's at, what is that, 320? Very good stacking. He's not that tanky, though. He just has Frozen Heart and Sheen, so... You know, Ahri melts him. Well, she doesn't really do that much damage, but yeah, she'll do solid damage, actually. She's behind, but she has Morello, so she'll do solid damage. Nunu, well, triple auto attackers, so, you know, without the Ahri there, Nasus can tank decently with his ultimate up, but otherwise, he has some trouble. We force him off the tower and save it just in time. 300 HP. Next Drake is an Infernal. So we're going to want that. It's just aggressing slightly. Ooh, that was actually a nice try. Very sneaky. He could have followed with the flash, actually. I land a Q on the Karma, and she flashes out. Easy. I get my Merc Treads just to deal with their CC. They have two slows, a charm, that's a knock aside slow thing, root and slow, so Merc Treads are very useful here. Wait, there's a Mountain Drake. What? Was that just wrong? That was Infernal, wasn't it? Maybe it's the next Drake, I guess. That's weird. So we get a Mountain Drake. Very nice, very nice. It'll... Ooh. I go for the Ward Hop to get a better angle, but he walks in, so it's a little bit awkward looking. But it's good. So we clean up the Nunu. He's not tanky enough to take that much of us. Nasus actually dives for the... Let's look at that again, actually. So... Right here, we see Tryndamere bot. Karma is actually here. We don't see her, but, you know, Tryndamere is more important to not have in the fight that may be coming up. 4 of us in River here. Oriana's here. And we have... Nunu comes into vision soon, but we have no vision of him at the moment. Ahri has no vision. We have vision of Draven, and it's Tryndamere alone. So we rotate towards mid because we want to siege his tower with our advantage. Draven walks up a little too close. Regroup for the fight. Nunu walks in curiously. I have a bad angle on the kick, but yeah, again, it doesn't matter. Get the kill, he flashes, and Nasus just dives towers because he has a lot of armor. He backed towards Ninja Tab Eye, so that was really good of him. I landed a Q on the Karma, and I'm not quite able to kill her. That was a bad Q of mine. If I land the Q there, she dies. If I have flash there, she dies as well. So, well, either way, I force her back, chunk her out. Ring gets a free tower, and we do not get a tower yet. I didn't actually realize at the time we were down. We had 0 towers. Felt like we were so much more ahead. We're stealing my Krugs, which is smart of him for the most part. He's feeling confident. I'm good with Twitch taking my red at this point because he's 6-2. He's doing good damage. He should have a lot of gold sitting on him so he can work towards his Runons. Nunu's still focusing top side of the map. He's taking my blue because he's secured to it, but we don't really care that much. We're actually looking for the kills, so... Well, so him being busy there allows us to aggress. Which is blind aggression, so it's not really a good play from us. It's just that we got a freebie. You know, we're not actually being smart enough to play around vision. Rush lands a Q, forces a flash. Ooh, let's look at that again. One of the better kicks I have this game, I don't have too many. Because, well, for the record, you don't really need to have that great, amazing flash kicks and stuff, but is lead to be effective. So I have Q. I kick him back into the Karma, because when you kick someone, if you kick a tank back through their team, it does more damage because of their max health. You know, it scales with their HP in some manner. I actually don't know off the top of my head how it goes. Basically, if I kick a tanky target versus a squishy target into a team, it does more damage to him. So it knocks up Karma and Twitch cleans up with an auto. They match the Tryndamere. Nasus is actually at 400 stacks, so he can go toe-to-toe. And we're threatening a tower, which we finally got one, so that was good. And we got a lot of damage off this, as well as some kills. So we even up the gold here. We actually get a free tower top as well, just from the minion wave crashing. Which was a long, slow process, I suppose. From just repeatedly crashing waves without actually going and just cleaning it up quickly. Which is good. It doesn't seem as effective at the moment because you're not getting gold quickly. But in the long run, it allows you, if you just keep letting the waves crash and then grouping up with your team, and then you'll eventually get the gold without actually wasting your time in that lane. Draven's in a side lane. He wants to get gold and try and catch up. But he's pretty behind the Twitch at this point. Should be roughly half an item behind the Twitch. In terms of current items, he's a little bit more, but you know, you should have gold for about half of his Phantom Dancer, I suppose. I'm in top river now because I want to play around Baron at this point. I can't play around bot anymore. Wrong, we're pretty much ignoring bot. Since Trinimber's down there, we leave the Nasus there. He's the only one that can go there at this point. With Baron spawning, or had spawned. So we have a pair of pinks in 3 pinks in river. We're threatening mid. Karma was like AFK or something, so Vesh gets a free hook, and we clean up. Actually, Ori could have held her ult, but we couldn't know that she was that AFK that she just wouldn't respond. She didn't have flash. She must have been typing, honestly. Oh, they're trying to DC. That's interesting. So we get that tower, and then we immediately rotate up to where Ness is pushing and clean up another one. So now the gold lead's firmly in our favor now. So we're a strong 2K. They have no pressure anywhere, and Ari showed mid. We don't know the Trinimber's DC'd, but we know that there's no one contesting us, so we just keep pushing in and take the inhib. You know, Ness is sitting on 500 stacks. He takes it like nobody's business. And we should walk out. Oh. Yeah, we ping Twitch's heal because he didn't use it to save the Thresh. Which Thresh could have flashed it, honestly. Maybe he just didn't think the back end of the axe would kill him. Ari's AFK pushing mid for some reason. I mean, she gets some damage. Twitch is going to try and kill her. He doesn't stealth in. Oh, he has no stealth, I guess. He must have used it too early to try and reach it. And just a garbage all in from Twitch. Ori cleans up the kill. I'm rotating up to help Ori. Nunu knows he's a little overextended, so he backs off. Spams. Taunt, I guess. Good side step from her. My Q is in a normal predicted angle, so I know he's there, so I just want to get the plant for my own and not allow him the vision. We go for this Infernal. Obviously, Infernal's very valuable. Nunu is very hard to outsteal. Actually, at least in Nunu, between the two, are like the best champions to secure objectives. Let's look at that again. Did I go for the kick? Yeah, I used my kick, I'm sure. So we're doing this, looking for the fight, actually. Trinner's back, but they have an inhib down. I land the Q. I just combo, but maybe I kill him, but he gets a shield. A really big karma shield, and he lives. Nunu flashes in, try and steal it, but I secure the Drake with a better smite. My Q has an execute, so it semi-matches his Devour. Actually, it's not Devour. What is it? And then Ori takes the Lantern, so I'm left to die, but it's okay for the most part. Oh, Trinner gets a lot here, though. He gets like a triple kill, I think. Yeah, Trinner's doing really big crit damage. And then Nasus trolls a little bit. What is that ability? Oh, shit. So they know that Trinimber's just gone the fuck off and killed 3 of us for free. Immediately they ping onto the Baron. What is that called? Consume, okay. So they clear our pink ward. We have no vision on it. We know they're there at this point, but they don't respond. They can't really respond that well. I'm coming up, so I'm going to run straight there, but they're very far ahead. Nunu's all armor and, you know, HP and defenses, so he can easily do that. And Consume gives him health back, so this is a very free Baron for them. Draven has enough damage to DPS it down. Trimmer comes in to help a little bit. So very good capitalization from them based on a mistake from our team. Bad coordination to take out the Tryndamere, and Tryndamere gets some free kills. Again, he was like most of their gold lead, so we had to be wary of him. We didn't respect him enough. They still have an inhib down, so the Baron doesn't help them as much as they're gonna have to have somebody top lane clearing supers still. So the Baron's not as effective as it could be, and they're not grouping for to use it just yet. I'm just threatening. At this point, I'm decently tanky. I have Black Cleaver sitting on Giant's Belt, Cloth Armor. I need some more resistances, but I have a lot of HP. And my throat's dry. So now they're grouping mid, trying to force down with the Baron. We have vision on the sides. So we're trying to do something sneaky here. Almost doesn't do as much damage as it could. So here... Actually, let's go back. So let's watch this in slow-mo, actually. Draven oversteps. Ori lands the Shockwave, pulls him in. Actually does not do that much damage because she went Zhonya's second item. I see the Tryndamere on the flank, so I use my kick to keep him out of the fight because I know he's the biggest threat. Nunu's using this to zone while Nasus is 1v3ing. Almost takes out the Draven. And it's a safe disengage from them. Just basically a little bit of unluckiness on our part, not getting that kill. But it wastes the extent of their Baron, which is good. And we have a top wave pushing in. So Draven has to go answer that. So that means we have a 5v4 mid if we want to try and capitalize. Okay, we catch Tryndamere here. Walking through a jungle, but he backs off because there's no camps to steal. What Drake is coming up? Another Infernal. So we catch the Karma. Yeah, Stack Master. That guy's got to be a Nasus main. Easy pick. Is it me? I ping the bot tower because I don't like leaving outers like this. It's just freestanding gold that we could use to regain some of our lost lead. But people tend to, if they have open lanes like this, like an open inhib top, and a couple towers gone here, they don't want to go to this bottom lane. But I mean, that's standing gold we could be taking. Back to here, Tryndamere, not Tryndamere, Thresh oversteps. I just QRQ comboed to burst him down, force his ultimate out, which is more important ultimate than mine at the moment. Because it's the only way that Tryndamere can actually stick in a fight very well. Draven goes really aggressive for some reason. And we fight. I land a Q on the Nunu, slow him. I land the Q. Get it the last second. Just at the edge of my range. Actually, let's look at that. Yeah, just at the edge of my range. Twitch keeps going. Actually, again, another overgress from Twitch. He tries to get kills, but he can't 1v2 like that. We're backing up because we know it's a little dangerous. We trade a 1 for 2 kills, and it should be 0 for 2, unfortunately. But the gold lead's... a 2.5k gold lead doesn't mean much for them at this point. It's more meaningful in the early game. And basically all of it's still on the Tryndamere. Okay, we catch the Ahri in Shockwave, so Force Flash. Get a free tower because Nunu's dead, still dead, and Draven just coming up. We don't quite get the inhibitor because it's a little bit he'll be greedy to go for it at that point. If we were more coordinated, we could have maybe bursted it down and then peeled back. But obviously, no one in this team was in Discord channel together or had played together before. You know, since we're all randoms, presumably. Big ass wave coming bot, so Twitch goes to catch it. He's very, very strong. He's actually hit a very, very big power spike. Triple items, 50% crit, IE. This I would put towards his Thresh. He backs at a really poor time. When I had already I've been pinging Dragon for a while, and I wanted everybody to recall and reset so he could go contest it. But Thresh recalls at a poor time, and we can't get in there and get wards particularly. So me and Ori had to trade, you know, aggress to try and get in, but they very quickly burst down, and Nunu cleans up, you know, executes it very easily. Actually doesn't consume. But we have an Infernal and then 2 Drake advantage, so it's not that big a deal, but double Infernal would have been really good for us. Or he throws a Shockwave out, it's not very effective. Or he manages, let's go back and see the beginning of this in slow motion actually. Okay, so she throws the Shockwave, lands Nunu, chunks him, literally does fucking 300 damage, I guess. No, he does like 600 with her other abilities. Fucking... Okay, she gets the... Good from Nasus not to steal the... Lantern. I kick back... Wait, let me see that. Fuck. We hadn't lost in this fight, actually. I'm here. I smite the Raptors to get some health back. He misses. I kick the Tryndamere out because I know he's the biggest threat. I W over to Nasus to get out of range of the Ahri. Land the Q, but I don't want to follow that. It's too dangerous. Nasus, wait a minute. Nasus managed to one-shot Tryndamere before he could ult, which is very impressive. He's sitting on 600 stacks at this point. So he cleans up the Draven. Thresh flashes, but he doesn't have hook, so he can't follow up. I give up on the chase because I want to just run down mid. Is this the end of the game? I think this is the end of the game. Yeah, just about. So we get the inhib. Wave's crashing, so we don't want to waste our time with that inhib. We want to go for the end. We go on the Nunu who goes in. Takes out Thresh, but we trade for him, which is very important. They clear the minion wave, though, which is very good for them. He delays us somewhat, so we go and take the other inhib while our wave's coming in. I get charmed, but I W out. I'm okay. I'm tanky enough. Ooh, okay, I kick back and stall them. Managed to not get CC'd. Okay, Ori misses Shockwave, but Ahri ults out of it. Well, because Ahri ults out of it. Tryndamere flashes. I actually managed to live somehow. 11 health. But Ori insta-dies, and we trade nothing. Just fine. We got double inhibs, so for the most part, we're in a good spot. It's pretty salvageable since I lived, chiefly. They could maybe force a Baron if I die. Actually, they could probably Baron if I die. I think just one person goes back to clear the wave. Maybe handshake a trade where they give up one of their Nexus towers. We have vision around Baron, and they recall, and we go for a reset. I'm already back on the map. Sitting on my full dead mans. I'm sitting grab a ruby crystal just for general tankiness. I don't need the magic resist particularly. And the team's coming back out on the map. We're looking at Baron for sure, but we know that they're looking at it too. That's what I'm thinking, is that they want to get vision and then try and sneak one. I W in, kick back into Ari. I couldn't get an angle on kicking back in, but he's stone plate, so I wouldn't want to do that anyway. Actually, how did we kill the Karma? Okay, Twitch probably kills her alone. Yeah, he kills her pretty easily. And we peel back their team. Not peel back their team, we push back their team. The Resh lives somehow, and then Ori gets a pretty nice ultimate. Ooh, but that Trinity damage is so scary. I unfortunately die. They're pushing up mid. We don't go for a Baron at any point, it seems. I grab a Spectre's Cowl, you know, want to deal with the Ari damage. They go for very bizarre, greedy fight and just give up Ori for free. Twitch was like scared to fight, so they have to run away at this point. Give up another free kill. We're actually down gold still somehow. Oh, it doesn't feel like we're down gold. We know the Trinamir is very dangerous, but it feels like we're up in all our other roles. You know, Nunu's tanky. He's not really weak, but he doesn't damage. Ari and Draven are behind. You know, they can do damage if they're not taken out, but you know they're heavy risk for basically any fight. And Karma's not doing much besides offering shields. Our Twitch is in super hyper carry mode. He has 70%. No, is it 80%? I think it's 80% crit right now. Can't see here. 30 plus 30. Yeah, 80% crit. I go in for wards. And Trinamir goes on me. So I have to kick him out to live. I pop the plant, get some health back. Their ward. Nasus is pushing bot. So what they can do here is they can try and get the Baron and then back and save their third inhib. Which is risky. But Nasus is TP, so we go for the fight here. Let's slow it down, actually. Slow it down. Let's look at this fight, because this is an ultimate fight at this point. They go for the Baron. They want to. It's Desperation Baron. They know they need to get this. I'm back here dealing with wolves because I need to get HP back, so I smite and W to heal. Trinamir CC's the Nunu. Nasus gets in the fight immediately. Super tanky, dealing tons of damage. Ori's not burned Shockwave yet. I see the Trinamir. He spins on me, but I drag him over the side and ward hop over the wall. He can't get over. And we're melting their team at this point because Twitch has gotten free damage. Poison kills Draven. Ari lives with fucking 1 HP, I guess. And we should clean up. Yeah, we get the Nunu. Trinamir was trying to 1v5, I guess. I mean, he can if he's lucky, but we have Zonius to stall him. Holy shit! Yeah, let's look at that again. I need to see that how big that crit was. $340, 400. So I'm waiting out the Undying Rage. Whew, that's about 550 damage. I barely live. 36 HP. I go in the Skull Crab because I'm going to heal up. I have Smite, W, so I'm going to get HP back on this. I'm getting like 50 to 60 HP off every hit with my W up. And we're going to run it down mid at this point. We don't need Baron. No point in wasting time on that. Inhibs are coming back up, so we clean this up. This one will be coming up soon, I think. And we're looking for the end because they have 4 down. And the Q. Kick flash, but, you know, just for style points because the game's over. But it ends up executing, and game closes out from there. don't actually know what particular lesson you might get out of this, other than just knowing when to capitalize on failures and knowing when you're playing around vision, when seeing the consequences of when you don't. But fun game for me. I don't, I'm hit and miss with my Lee Sin sometimes, but I enjoy it. When I get it right, which is this game particularly, feels good. So hope you enjoy the video, and hope to see you at the next one.